saying that like Manny, the alleged shooter, his views, his revenue and stuff was going down. So it wasn't just a beef. Like that was like his life. His like notoriety and stuff was going down. The funny thing is, how people who do this stuff, they tend to be like, there may be stuff that happens before, like they may be violent, right? So I just did basic research, and apparently like a month ago, at least that's when the video was uploaded, but he assaulted this guy named Jojo in Vegas. Like Jojo was streaming or recording or something. He walked up to Manny, and then Manny just punches him in the face, and then he got a little bit of damage. Jojo got a little bit of damage on his lip. It's crazy, bro. Yeah, this is so unfortunate. So like this thing is so breaking news that like we there's no official confirmation yet, but yeah, I don't know if the guy is gonna make it through, man. Finney the legend. Like this is a cautionary tale of YouTube beef, man. Like it can escalate. Like you gotta be careful. You just gotta be careful of YouTube beef. It's wild, man. It's so sad all around. And then in the live stream, man, you see his wife like talking to other people, complimenting people. You see they're both just chilling. Oh my god, man, it's awful, awful. Apparently they both had families, like they both had kids. Just awful. The funny thing is, on a personal level, sometimes I would see this guy's Sin City family. I would see this guy's streams like recommended on the, when you're on YouTube Shorts and you scroll through and it shows you different live streams and stuff. Sometimes I would see this guy and I might watch for like a second. So I knew of him before it happened. That's crazy. Wild, bro. Anyways, he's cooked in this. This guy and I might watch for like a second. So I knew of him before it happened. That's crazy. Wild, bro. Anyways, he's cooked in this. If you go out, you'd want to at least go out with your significant other, at least. I don't know, man. But it's not confirmed that Finney passed away. Died. Anyways, peace.
Shalom, shalom, Yasharala, all praises and glory goes to our mighty power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and salutations unto the elect men feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, in sincerity and truth through this great gospel coming out of our Bible. And it's so crazy, right? Let's get this right quick. Right, this is from the comment board on the video you just seen of the ninja woman just having the best time of her life right before being executed, right? And what the Lord showed her some signs before her death, right? You seen her with the Bible, with the sign that says free Bibles, right? I'm gonna read this from the comment board of that video. It says the last clip where the man is sitting and the sign by him says free Bibles. And shortly those two would lose their lives. Wild times, very wild times. Let's get a verse. This is the book of Romans 13 and 11. It says, in that knowing the time, right? What time are we in, man? We're in times of, how can we say, a society not continuing the way it was, right? Everything is unraveling and falling apart to the point where you got Israel attacking Iran, Iran shooting back at Israel, right? Even Netanyahu, he said what missiles close to his window, right? So we know things are escalating and they're about to get to a whole nother degree of violence, right? And they're talking about gas prices. It's about to go clear the fuck up, sky roof, right? A lot of you people, man, you about to lose a lot of things in this society. It says Romans 13 and 11, that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep, right? Here you are fucking trying to go to Vegas, Sin fucking City. Right, here you are trying to go overseas, go to the Caribbean. They done told motherfuckers in America, don't bring your ass overseas. Don't go to no other countries, right? The FBI, the government done told your ass you are not safe in these other countries, right? They gonna put out a warning to Americans going to other countries. That shit, your life is in danger. Right, you seen what happened to the Jakes who went through the Caribbeans, man. A bunch of motherfuckers end up dead. You see Jake going through Mexico, end up dead. Right, Jake going overseas, they end up locked up. So what's happening right now? We're in a time of judgment on the Babylonians, right? Spiritual Sodomites and spiritual Egyptians. It says Romans 13:11, that knowing the time that now is high time to awake out of sleep. Right? Jake fucking knocked the fuck out trying to be in the house of mirth when all hell is breaking loose in this society, man. Right? All hell is breaking loose in this society, especially on you goddamn women. You women done lost so much motherfucking work. Right? A woman ain't them office jobs where you could go in there and show them legs and they have the breasts out and just answer phone calls and act like you're doing something at the computer. Them days is fucking over. Them days is over. The spirit of that woke spirit, they firing all type of women from these jobs, right? You better prepare for goddamn war. That's what's about to happen. It says, and that knowing the time that now is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe, right? Jake in deep slumber, right? With the trumpet being blown, right? The trumpet is being blown, and there's no way you could say that you motherfuckers, anybody on the internet, you done came across the Hebrew Israelites. You done came across this gospel, right? You have a sign, free Bibles, and she's pointing at it. Free Bibles? What is this, free Bibles? And next thing you know, her ass get clapped with her motherfucking husband. That's the Lord not having mercy on you wicked ass Jakes, man. It's Amos 3:6, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid, right? These people ain't afraid of what's coming. You can just look at any video right now. These crackers, they making fun of the war over in Israel, right? They making fun of the collapse of the dollar. They're making fun of the fall of America, not knowing they ass is part of that fucking fall, man. They about to feel the how can we say, the dregs of the Lord's judgment, right? The Lord's about to pour out that cup, right? And shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it, right? We seeing a lot of evils happening in these cities, goddammit. The Lord turning up. The Lord turning up. The Lord ain't having no mercy. The Lord in Sin City laying motherfuckers down in front of everybody, right in front of Bellagio. You in front of the Bellagio having a good time dancing. The next thing you know, motherfucker done put bullets all up in your asses. Right? That's the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Back to that comment board. It says the last clip where the man is sitting and the sign by him says free Bibles. And shortly those two would lose their lives. Wild times. Very wild times. And guess what? It's high times to awake out of sleep. Right? It says God, and here's another one. She said, God knows the beginning and the end. Even though we have free will, I feel like, bitch, you ain't got no free will, nothing. Man's goings of the Lord. The Lord sent that motherfucker out there in Vegas in front of the Bellagio to catch a bullet in his ass. Right? That's what happened. It says God knows the beginning and end. Even though we have free will, I feel like she or they were led to the free Bibles for a reason. Yeah, for me to do this goddamn video, that's the only reason they was led to the Bible, because their asses is dead and gone, goddammit. Right? The Lord is talking to you motherfuckers, telling you Israelites, wake your monkey asses up. It's high time to wake out of sleep. Right? Pretty soon, you ain't gonna find a free Bible. Right? They gonna ban the Bible. You see crackers burning the Bible on the internet. Right? The spirit of, I don't like the Bible, I don't like God. That shit is getting a lot thicker in this society, especially 2/3 scoffing, right? Jake scoffing because they don't want to repent. They don't want to do right. They want to do wrong. They want to sin. They want to be a homosexual. They want to sell drugs. They want to commit adultery. They want to murder. They want to do what the fuck they want to do. So guess what? They don't have time for what the book of the laws, right? They don't want to hear the prophecies. So guess what? They gonna fucking die. That's what's about to happen. It says God knows, and his name is Yahweh. His name is Yahweh, and all that God stuff. The Yahweh knows the beginning, and even though we have free will, nah, bitch, you ain't got no free will. It says, I feel like she or they were led to the free Bibles for a reason. All I can say is, yeah, man, we don't want to hear what you guys say. You said enough, right? Because these women, they don't know what the fuck is going on. There's going to be a lot of dead women in this society because these women are in, how can we say, deep slumber, right? This is the book of Zephaniah. Let's read 1:14. It says, the great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near and hasteth greatly, right? We're talking about the day of what? Evil. The Lord going to unleash all type of death on earth. The Lord going to judge all type of people, man. Put all type of people to death, right? And guess what? It's going to be a changing of rulership. A changing of rulership. The Lord is bringing this society down, just like he brought down Egypt. Just like he brought down Greece. Just like he brought down Rome and Persia and the Medes and the Babylonian society and all these different wicked kingdoms. What is that? The Dark Age motherfuckers. Jake over in Europe. The Lord sent a plague, knocking Jake off the shelf. And at the same time, what Esau coming out of them caves. Right? It says the great day of the Lord is near. It is near, and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. Right? It's about to be so bad that tough niggas is about to become bitch niggas, right, in this society. That's what's about to happen. The Lord gonna reveal that these men are not that strong when your ass so goddamn hungry you can't even fight. Yeah, the Lord gonna starve your ass out, right? The Lord gonna kill your fucking children and kill your wife, and you're gonna be in such despair. You're gonna lose your fucking minds. You're gonna turn like a retard, right? All you gotta do is watch some of them Chinese movies, man, right? Everything's good and then everything falls apart. Them motherfuckers turn into zombies in that kingdom, right? Everybody turn on each other, right? It was all good a little bit of time ago, but now when all shit fall apart, everybody turn on each other. That's what's about to happen in Babylon the Great. It says the great day of the Lord is near. Zephaniah 1:14, the great day of the Lord is near. It is near, and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of what? Wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, right? Yeah, keep talking about, I can't wait for the Lord to come back. When the Lord come back, we're going to be clapping, we're going to be sitting at Mount Carmel, we're going to be having a fun, we're going to be having a ball, just waiting on Jesus. Yeah, Jesus ain't coming back. First off, ain't no such character named Jesus. That's some made up. That shit is like a Marvel character. Jesus is like a Wolverine type motherfucker. Jesus is like a Magneto, right? Cyclops. That's a made up character, right? Used to what? Put you dumbass motherfuckers to sleep, right? A cunningly devised fable that was used to send you jakes off, and now you guys think Jesus is coming back to save you. Right? Jesus is not coming back to do a goddamn thing. It's Yahweh Shai. Right, the Lord, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, is about to send his son back to do what? Let's read that again. It says, the great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble, right? Jacob's trouble. And trouble upon the other nations, because it's the end of their rulerships. And distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against what? The fenced cities and against the high towers, right? These high cities and these high mountains, right? These cities with full power and authority about to be brought the fuck down in this World War III. That's what's about to happen in World War III when they shoot nuclear missiles at each other and kill each other. While the elites hide, guess what? The chariots gonna pop up and burn shit up. And all them surviving elites, guess what? We about to grab their ass up out of the holes. Right? Because that's where they're gonna go. They're gonna go into the holes and into the clefts of the rocks, trying to hide from what? The judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Right? It says a day of the trumpets and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers, and I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have what? Sin against the Lord. All you men who didn't sin, you Israelites, right? You other nations, they haven't sinned against the Lord. They're just evil. They were created to be wicked, but you Israelites, you the one who transgressed and broke the laws and statutes. So guess what? All eyes on you. All eyes on you. That's why the Lord said judgment must begin at the house of the Lord. Right, it says, and I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord. And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Right, the Lord about to kill lots of people. It's the book of Amos. Let's read 5:18. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? Right, that's why it says, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. Right, it says, men shall be saved through what? Faith and their works. Right, and really you have to be predestined, pre-chosen. You have to be the elect to receive that salvation in this time that's coming. Right, in this time that's coming. You just seen a video, motherfucker, man, check it out. that's the miracles of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? Motherfucking plane falls straight out the sky and this dude walk out while everybody else around him is dead. He walk out like nothing happened. Like nothing happened. And that's how Jake's going to be protected in those times, man. And Jake going to be protected. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Now, you wicked-ass Israelites who don't have that faith, right, who don't believe, who haven't been seeking the truth, who don't believe, who ain't trying to repent and return back to your power, guess what? Your ass is going to be in trouble, especially you zombies in them Christian churches talking about the day of Jesus Christ. I can't wait, and all that Allah. Oh, man, ain't no prophecy in Allah, man. Ain't no prophecy in Buddha. Ain't no prophecy in none of them other religions, man. It's madness, right? It says, won't you that desire the day of the Lord? To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and no light. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into a house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. It says, shall not the day of Yahweh be darkness and not light? Even very dark and no brightness in it. It's for you wicked motherfuckers, right? There's going to be a lot of dead peoples. Just like my man who survived that plane crash, he was around a lot of dead peoples, and that's how we're going to be around these dead peoples, right? It's the book of Psalms. We're going to read Psalms 91:7. It says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. But it shall not come nigh thee. And you just seen the miracles of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai protecting that man. He probably an Israelite too. He probably was Israelite because he had the spirit of the Israelite the way he was walking. You could tell, man, you got certain spirits, man. Yeah, we're amongst the heathens also, right? Looking like the heathens. And the Lord said he only gonna have mercy on Jacob, right? Fuck the heathen. You seen the Lord kill all them motherfucking heathens on there. It was crackers on that bitch. It was East Indians, whatever them people is. And guess what? Nah, they no longer here. Their ass is about to come back and go into captivity, man. That's the future. It says 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. That's why we got to continue to believe, right? We got to continue to believe and have faith. And we can't get weak in this wicked society, right? We can't get weak and fall out. I'm going to read the book of Joel 2:1. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh and at hand. Right, that's the message that we're telling you, you Israelites, man. Shalom.